Good morning, all, and nice bright morning here in Dublin. So I thought I would just do a video about something that came up on the news recently here in Ireland. So it seems that there is a large processing plant for aluminium in the west of Ireland, in the county of Limerick, that processes aluminium to be sold on the international market. This plant sells about 80% of its aluminium to the Russian Federation, and as it is owned by one of the Russian oligarchs. This came out in the news quite recently. It was a very brief story that didn't get much traction, but I wanted to highlight it here on a video, as aluminium is one of the key components used in drones and other military equipment. The situation in Ireland is that we are all, on the whole, pro-Ukraine. The Irish people are very supportive of the Ukrainians and wish to see this terrible war that's going on between Russia and Ukraine come to an end, with Ukraine retaining all of its territory. That's what we'd like to see. But the reality on the ground is that it looks like there will be at least a temporary partition of Ukraine, due to the fact that the Ukrainians, after putting up an absolutely monumental fight against a much larger force, didn't really get the support that they required internationally to force the Russians back out of their lands. This is for multiple different reasons, and it hasn't been helped by the fact that the Trump regime in America has really backed out of the whole Ukraine war, citing the fact that it was costing them too much money. And despite the fact that European countries have paid for weaponry to be sent to Ukraine from America, they are still hedging and hawing over getting more heavily involved. In fact, Trump himself seems to be much more pro-Putin, and that's putting it very mildly, than any other president in the last 20 years. So where does Ireland stand on all of this? Well, we are a neutral state, and I will be doing a video on our neutrality at some point. But we are a neutral state, and we try to stay out of things militarily. But as our Taoiseach put it, just because we're neutral doesn't mean to say that we're not neutral militarily, doesn't mean to say that we are neutral in other ways. The Irish government provides funds and medicines to Ukraine. We host a lot of Ukrainian refugees, and we join with the other European states in order to help the Ukrainians regain their country again from Russian aggression. In fact, recently, as in a few months ago, President Zelensky even did a state visit to Ireland and spoke before the An Dáil, our parliament, maintaining and thanking the Irish people for their continued support of Ukraine. This news of this aluminium plant, even though it's a private industry, sending so much aluminium to Ukraine is shocking, absolutely shocking, and should not be allowed. The Irish government does engage in sanctions with the rest of the EU of Ukraine, and aluminium doesn't fall underneath the sanction regime, but these sanctions can be increased by any individual state within the union. They're just the bare minimum. There's absolutely no reason why the Irish government can't basically shut down this processing plant, or ensure that this processing plant isn't sending equipment or materials to the Russians, which can be then turned around and used against the Ukrainians. Now, the Russian government has said that this aluminium is not being used for military purposes, but do you really believe them? Honestly, I wouldn't believe them as far as I could throw them. So it is something that needs to be highlighted much more, needs to be brought to the fore much more. As I said, they've only got very brief mention on Irish news broadcasts, and anybody who is anyway interested in justice for Ukraine should be taking the fore and putting pressure on their TDs, Teachta Dála, that is, its members of Irish Parliament, and other representatives, to get this highlighted more in An Dáil Éireann. I myself have sent a letter to my local representatives highlighting this and basically asking them to quiz the government on what more they're doing. The Irish government have launched an investigation into this, but that investigation needs to be done swiftly, and the results of it need to be made public so that we know exactly what's going on. And further investigation needs to be made into other companies which might be selling equipment that can be used for military purposes to the Russian Federation. This war has been going on way too long. Thankfully, Ukraine have been making good progress on the battlefield and have managed to stall every Russian advance, and we can only wish them the best of luck. But Ireland needs to really step up to the plate and actually do more to help bring peace back to Europe once again. As I said, I will be doing a video regarding the Irish neutrality and my thoughts on that. I'll also be doing a video regarding our intelligence networks, or lack thereof. But I just wanted to bring this to the fore and see what people's thoughts are with regards to it. Anyway, take care. Have a nice day.